Welcome in, everyone. My name's Casey, and this is episode 4 of Paperhats Season 2. That's the correct camera. Last episode, we did the storage area and some things up top, such as this interior. Give me just a second. And here we are. Yep, we decorated this interior and got this looking good. And we also organized our ender chest. Now, I took it upon myself to do greater things this time. Much greater things. There's actually a surprise over there that I told you about in the last episode, and actually what that was an iron farm, designed by Nimbon. I hope I'm saying that right. I will leave a link to the video down in the description that you can go check out. It's a very efficient farm. I can't remember exactly what the rates are, but I have been getting tons and tons of iron with, you know, not a lot of time AFKing. I think in a couple hours I can maybe get over 2 stacks of iron blocks or something like that. Don't take my word for it, though. Go check out his video. But yeah, I did build that over on a stream, but I did record it with replay mod, so you'll be able to enjoy this time lapse. And just in case you haven't noticed yet, I will be appropriately naming that farm the Iron Menace, because that thing is one heck of a beast of an iron farm. And it just seems appropriate. So, hey, I hope you enjoy the time lapse. Now, what did you think about that time lapse? I thought that turned out great. Now, it seems I've run into a little bit of an accident here with arrows, but it's all good. Let me show you around here. I didn't get to record everything because it was kind of repetitive, honestly. But I got the main details of making the farm. And one thing that I added is just these roofs, because I didn't want anything to happen to these villagers. And I may have went a little bit overboard with the size of them, but, you know, these types of farms, I only like to build once, so better safe than not, right? So, but anyways, yeah, it's just got a zombie going around. I don't think I can, yeah, his name's Jeremy, and he goes around and scares these 4 villager platforms, and every time he does that, you can see that an iron golem spawns. That's very efficient, and Nimbon has done a very good job of timing it correctly, so that I believe if my timing, or me timing the farm is correct, it spawns a golem about every 7 seconds. But again, go watch that video. Link is in the description. It's a good video, and this is a stupid efficient farm. I mean, it's this was probably done in an hour, maybe more, maybe like an hour and a half. But yeah, we've got 4 of these, and as you can see, it's a little bit frustrating, or not frustrating, but tedious to go around here collecting all 4 chests. So that's what I left this outline here for. It's the outline of the farm when I first started. It was sort of a guideline to help me. But I think what I can do is dig this down about 4 or 5 blocks and turn this into central storage for the iron farm. Now, one thing that I do want is I want 3 of these walls to be completely iron double chests. Double chest 4 iron, that is. And then this one, I want everything except 2 spaces of the auto sorter. One is going to be to keep just a few chests of the poppies that you get from this farm. And then the other one is going to send the excess poppies into a composter for bone meal, and then everything else will just get burned when it eventually overflows. But that probably won't happen for a while, because that's I'm gonna have to do the math later, but that's gonna be a bunch of double chests. But I'm gonna have to start digging and create a little plan for myself. I think what I'm gonna do is just hook up this droppers to each chest there. And then have a water stream that goes into a bubble elevator and eventually gets it here. But I think what I'm going to do is sort of work backwards. I'm going to dig it down, place the chest, then the hoppers, and then worry about all the water stream. If I need to change anything, I will. But I do want this to be a perfect. I'm tired of running around checking all 4 chests and having to climb up and down ladders. So let me get started with digging this out, and we'll see where we are. Alright, here we are. I've dug this out. Now, this area is 11 by 3, and I've done the math. That's going to be 132 double chests. Now, that also means that we have to place 264 chests. So, obviously, I don't have those right now. So I'm going to have to go do some wood farming, or wood chopping, and then turn those into chests and come back here and do that. So, yeah, let me go chop trees for a while, and I'll be right back. Well, that took a few minutes, but we do have all the double chests here, and we actually had some left over. I can't remember where I put them, because I'll lose everything. But one thing that I didn't think about is you can see through the cracks of the chest there. So what I did was actually just use iron blocks in the very back and place some sea lanterns down to make it look very clean. And I will figure out in the future what to do with this floor. I think I'm going to do something with glass and lava and blackstone. But I haven't exactly figured that out just yet. But the next step here is I just need to dig out behind these chests here as much as I can. Probably 3 or 4 blocks back, just so I can fit the redstone in, and then we'll do the redstone, make sure it works, and then terraform it back and make it look very pretty. So, let me get to digging, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Now, while digging this out, I had one complete oversight. I realized that the hoppers need to go in the back of these chests. So the iron blocks that I placed down, spent so much time placing down, I had to remove them. But that does mean that we have more iron for hoppers now. Not like we don't have enough, but, just looking at the positives of the situation. But yeah, so the next step is actually just place all these hoppers, and this is going to be a ton of hoppers, but we have the iron. We don't have the wood, though, so I'm going to have to eventually go and chop some more wood, but that won't be a problem. Mega spruces are the bomb, I'll tell you what. So let me grind for a couple minutes, and I'll get these hoppers placed down. I've had to go back and chop more trees about 3 times now, but we now have, what, 5 rows of hoppers, and honestly, I think that's pretty much all that we need now. But my plan is to do a water stream here, and don't worry, I'm going to make sure the water doesn't freeze because we are in a snowy biome, and I learned that the hard way up there, but there's ways I can get around that. Honestly, the sea lanterns would probably keep it melted. What I'm going to do is these chests down here, I'm going to get rid of the chest and have an auto dropper system that's going to go around a water stream underground and eventually end up in a bubble elevator and line up with one of these corners, and then it's going to go around the loop. And I'm going to use the double chest method to where it actually stays on the edge of the glass here, but the hoppers will still pick it up. The reason I want to do that is because in the past I've done these auto sorted systems, and items do get stuck in the middle of the hoppers, and I want to prevent that as much as possible. But yeah, the next step that I need to do really is just get the auto sorter working. And in order to do that, I need a bunch of comparators. So I don't have that many comparators. So what I'm gonna have to do is go over to the shopping district and see if the forge has them in stock. So let me run over there and let's see if we can get ourselves some comparators. Alright, redstone has been bought. We have a stack of repeaters, stack of comparators, all the redstone dust. We have packed ice, droppers, and I think that's everything we need. We need some pressure plates, actually, but we have, what, spruce planks for that? So that should be quite enough, 17 pressure plates, and yeah, so it's just time that I get this redstone put in. I will begin by making the dropper systems for each one of these, and then maybe connecting them up somehow. This is going to take a bit of trial and error, I'm afraid, but we'll get it done. So let me crack on with it, and we'll see where we get to. All right, well, I've got a lot of this worked out, I believe. I decided to go ahead and do the water streams because that's usually where I have a lot of the problems, just things not lining up correctly. But I have tested this by accident, and these hoppers are able to pick it up with these alignments. Actually, I did not test this one. Let's quickly put a piece of ice here and just throw an item there and see if it gets picked up. Yep, it does. Look at that. Awesome. So let's get rid of that and take that back up. But yeah, what I need to do, or let me go ahead and explain how this works. I actually need to put a sea lantern under that. For now, I'll just put a torch so that stays melted. That's one of the many challenges I'm having building in the snow biome. Water sources will freeze if I'm not careful. We'll give that a boost there. But once that is done, basically what's going to happen is this track down here, I've got this section cut off, and I don't think you can actually see the other part of it. But basically it starts right there under that little killing chamber there. I'm going to have auto dropper systems that's going to take it around in a loop, come around here, take a turn, go up this soul sand elevator, bubble elevator, and go into this loop right here. And I'm actually stuck. I've been using these ender pearls. They're pretty dang handy. I've never really used them before, but they will get you out of a pickle. But yeah, once it comes around this corner, it is in the loop. I decided to put in a loop because we actually run on a paper server, and on paper servers, entities actually clump up a little bit more than a regular vanilla server. So it's a good idea and a safe practice to put all your sorting systems on a loop just in case anything should be missed. It's got a higher chance of not losing anything. A lower chance of losing anything, I guess you could say. And this one I'm actually going to have to do a little bit weird like that. But anyways, I'm going to get done with this with these water streams. And then I will get back to you when I'm done. Alright, so I have got all the water streams worked out. And I also took the liberty of going ahead and putting in one section of the auto sorter. Now I've already tested this and it does work. We just need to paste it over 3 more times. So that's gonna be a little bit of a process. But I did want to point out that we are putting all the redstone on iron blocks because we can. That's the only reason. It is nice being able to have this much iron, I'll tell you what. But yeah, anyways, let me get these 3 sections done. I might put in a little montage, who knows. Yeah, we'll get these done, and then we'll just have to, what? Put in the item filters. I just want one section for poppies, and I've been thinking about it. I think I'm just going to leave lava out of the picture for now. If it becomes a problem, I can definitely add it later. Okay, that honestly wasn't as bad as I thought. I've never had to build an auto-sorted storage system this big. But my actual storage system that is coming in the future, I always forget which way is my base. I think it's over there. But I'm gonna have a bigger one of these, so I better get the practice in. But yeah, this wasn't too bad. But yeah, that is now done. All 4 of these are in here. That one was a little bit of a challenge because I had to dodge around this water stream. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name of things. Oh, and it's turning nighttime. Let's sleep. Okay, it's a brand new day, and the very last thing, I may have said the last thing was the auto sorters, but that was a lie. So the very last thing that we need to do is actually the dropper system, and I can't remember how to get down here. Yeah, here we go. I want to start with this one, so I think it's just best if we point them downwards, and then we can have an auto dropper circuit. I don't really know what you call that. But we have everything in our inventory, I think. Yeah, comparator, repeater, all that should be good. And then we don't really have a lot of iron, but you're not even going to see this, so just don't tell anybody. And then, oh, what is this? Oh, that's the killing chamber. Okay, so that is where this stops. So we don't want diorite. That's an awful block. Yeah, stone right here. We can put comparator to detect that. Maybe a piece of redstone dust. We can lead that into a block. Getting a little bit tight in here, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, let's back this up one. Yeah, let's back this up one. Well, did not mean to do that. I keep doing that. I'm glad there's no redstone down there. Very glad there's no redstone. Comparator there, block, and then a piece of redstone dust, another block, a repeater, and then, yeah, 2 pieces of redstone. It will dispense that just fine and dandy. And then the last thing is get all the water streams settled, and I need to repeat that circuit for all 4 of the droppers once I put the droppers in. So that's going to be a little bit of work on my end. Okay, I'm getting the last pieces of ice and water in just to complete this, and you can always, I mean, we have so many entities just floating around, items and such. It's I hope this doesn't make my job harder when I go to well, I've just ran out of pressure. Oh no, we have pressure plates. This has made my job harder, I think. Maybe when I go in to put the item filters, because there's going to be quite a few things in the system. Maybe not though. I hope I'm wrong. But we got to make some more pressure plates here. There we go. We'll just make a whole thing of them. All right, and last piece of ice, and that should, yep, go all the way up there. And that is a completed water stream. Actually, that's a completed storage system, except for the item filters. I have to name items just to make sure. Stick them in here, and then, yeah. Okay, so we dumped so many items in at once. It has made my job a little bit harder, but that will be okay because I've got the time to do it. So that is seriously the most boring job ever. So I've got good news and some more good news. The first good news is we are completely done, and the Womp Creeper. The second good news is that you don't have to watch me, you know, come back every 2 minutes and give you some weird explanation of what I'm doing. We're 100% done, and so far this is the only sorter that's really doing any work. Well, except for the proppy one over here. But yeah, it works great. It really does. I AFK'd for maybe an hour and a half or so, but I didn't really pay attention. So what I want to do is take that. Alright, that chest was empty. It's probably got a few in there by now, but I'm going to build myself a little bit of a hut and just AFK for an hour and see what we get. Just to see what I can expect. So I'm going to start the timer and see how much iron we get. I hope we get quite a bit because I plan on using quite a bit this season. But I have faith in this farm. Let's see what it can do. Alright, it's just been about an hour, and let's check it. Well, that's convenient. About a chest an hour of iron. That's amazing. So, that would be what? A stack of blocks every 20 minutes, because we've got 3 stacks of blocks here. That's pretty good. We're gonna be set on iron for now on. Yeah, I know that Blacccbear is wanting to borrow some of this, and I have no problem with that. We just got to get a bunch of these chests filled, because currently it is very much overkill to have these many chests. And I was thinking about it. Honestly, I really didn't need all these auto sorters. I could have just had the first few, the poppies, and then the rest would have just been iron, because that's the only 2 drops that you get with an iron farm. But it looks very cool. I think I'm going to do some sort of decoration with glass where you can see down into the redstone or something. But I'll give that a little bit more thought. But anyways, this is our first mega build, I would say, over here at our base. We just need to start building more things and tying it all together. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of Paperhats. Go if you're wanting more Paperhats right now. Go check out the playlist of all my videos, and you can also look down in the description for the other members of Paperhats. Go check them all out. They're on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you watch. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure what we'll do next time. Probably decorate this, but yeah. See you then. Thanks so much.